Alright, what's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? What's up to the community? What's up to the subscribers, supporters, all of it? Kind of a little special video here, in a way it is. And we're coming with you on this beautiful Sunday of 2019. Wherever you're at, maybe raining, maybe a little chilly out, maybe a little gloomy, could be a little warm in your direction, East Coast, West Coast, down south, way up north, in the Midwest, wherever you may be at, it is what it is, but you just got to take the day and make the best of it, Be happy that you woke up. Be happy that God woke you up for another day. Be happy that God blessed you with another day. I'm always happy that God blesses me, and I take time to thank Him whenever I can. I take time to thank God for blessing me with this channel and blessing me with the knowledge to put it out there for y'all. Although I already had the knowledge all along, so to speak, but still, I'm happy that I can put it out there. But in today's video, there's a few different things. Excuse me, y'all. There's a few different things that I want to talk about and I want to get into. And of course, as always, y'all know your boy right here. Gotta have that tea in the morning. Ain't been up real long, but you gotta wake up. And I remember I talked about that in the video a while back, Everybody, they wake up differently, Some get that coffee, some get their sweet tea, some get an energy drink to wake it up, So be it, Although they say energy drinks, ain't no good for you. But who said tea was good for you? Who said coffee was good for you? They're always going to say something ain't good for you. But everybody's going to indulge differently when they wake up. But anyway, despite all that, we're going to get into the main part and topic of this video right here. Supporting success. I want to talk a little bit about supporting success of others and helping others out. Because in the long run, excuse me y'all, that could come back to help you in a positive way. Not always does it work out like that, but 9 times out of 10, it can work like that. And you may be thinking, well, how can that help me out, I'm supporting somebody else, I'm putting money in old boy's pocket, or I'm putting a little money in old girl's pocket because I'm supporting their success, but how is that helping me out? What am I getting in return? What am I getting out of it? Well, actually, you're getting a lot out of it. You're getting the satisfaction and benefit of the doubt of knowing you helped someone out, and you also taking a chance, even maybe a slight gamble, if you want to call it that, of someone may help you out in return with what you got going on and what you're doing. Because you help somebody out in a positive way with a nice big contribution, donation, what have you, and, they may throw a little contribution back your way and help you out. You hit someone who's in a hard time and you help them out, and they're going to remember that, And as they coming up, they may even reach back like this with a hand and just grab you and pull you up when they coming up, you know what I mean? And help you with a little success because you helped them out, and they're going to be like, hey, I got to where I'm at. You helped me get to where I'm at. I'm going to help you out a little bit. It's the same way with artists and music. You think about it, And I'm not really going to get too big into names or anything like that, But I mean, it happens, But it happens a lot, And you see somebody who's big and strong, like, we'll take a Lil Wayne, for example. He's been in the game. He's been in the business a long time. Businessman, successful. Even 50 Cent been that way, you know. So we'll use Lil Wayne and 50 Cent because it's just what hit me, you know. But the thing is, you see all the time where they come up, they're doing a new show or they're doing a video, and they got somebody they put on with them. You know, they may have somebody be an opener for the show. You know, and that's helping someone out with success and bringing them up. You know, because maybe they've been a long time supporter of Lil Wayne or 50 Cent. So they'd be like, I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna put you on. You know, and help get you in the spotlight because you helped me out to get to where I'm at, you know. Maybe you bought one of their CDs or something, or you done something, then all of a sudden they came along and realized you was an artist or realized what you was doing, and it was like, hey, I'm going to remember that person who supported me, so, you know, I'm going to support them and help them out, you know. Because to me, I feel like when you support someone and then they support you back with success, that's kind of what helps make the world go round. That's kind of what helps make the world turn and keep things going, you know, because in this day and age, it's really getting tight. And what I mean by tight is a lot of things are getting tight, you know. It's getting to the point it's hard to afford things. A lot of things. Really. Once in a while, you can still find a great deal or sale on something, you know. And that's what I look for, you know. I ain't gonna lie, I'll tell you flat out. I look for a deal or a sale on something, you know, because it's me, you know. And sometimes even getting something on sale, you can still be, you know, supporting. You know, it's like people, you know, like I've talked about in previous videos where people think they always got to go out and spend the high dollar. You don't have to. It ain't always all about spending the high dollar to support. You could spend just as little as $1 to someone and still be supported, or $2, you know. Maybe you buying one of somebody's wristbands or something, or just a cheap shirt for $5, $10, or whatever the price may be. Or maybe you spend about $15 and get a hat. So be it. You know, but yeah, you got these people over here go out and spend $200, $300 on a pair of Jordans. You know, and I'm not knocking the Jordans, and I'm not knocking Michael Jordan. One of my favorite basketball players of all time. Because I'll tell you flat out, I have one of his original jerseys from back in the 90s when they was coming out real hot. Red and white. Original home. Chicago home jersey. Don't wear it off too much anymore. I mean, it's still fit. I don't wear it off too much anymore. I keep it up, but, you know, it is what it is. But I mean, you know, and a lot of times, you know, it may be that somebody else bought something and gave it to you as a gift. So be it. Which I've seen that happen, you know, with family members and people I know. You know, somebody go on and they buy something and they spend a decent amount on it and be like, here, you know, that's a gift, you know, and you support them. But it's like, wow, man, you ain't have to spend all that, you know. But anyway, the thing is, though, you know, yeah, like I was saying, though, supporting others is not always a bad thing. You know, it's a good thing, actually, but the thing is, you know, I want to say, too, you got to watch out who you support. I mean, you got to ask yourself before you support. Just like donating. Donating to the Red Cross, donating to breast cancer or anything, you know, whatever you're doing. When you're supporting, you got to ask yourself, you know, are you supporting a good cause? Are you supporting a good person, you know? You gotta, you know, you gotta check the situation out. You gotta kind of weigh the situation out, so to speak. Like people say, weigh your options out. When you're gonna take the situation and you're gonna weigh it out, you know, you're gonna make sure you know everything about what you're fishing to support. Don't just be a bandwagon supporter. You know, and I could do a whole video on that right there, y'all, about bandwagon supporters. I mean, it's just like when you got bandwagon fans, you know, they be, you know, people that just come out the woodwork supporting this team and all of a sudden supporting their team because, you know, a player went from this team over to that team or from here to there, you know. And I could throw out names on that, but I really don't, I really don't like to throw out names too much because I don't want people to think, that I'm just throwing out random names to be hating, or I'm just throwing out random names, for whatever reason. And people be like, look at that, he talking about me in a video or something, Nah. I try to keep it, I try to keep it positive, I try to keep the negative away from me in my life because that's something else I could say. When you supporting people, you can also get haters come your direction that way, believe it or not. And people may be thinking, man, I'm supporting someone. How am I going to get some haters for supporting? Because you may be supporting something that somebody else doesn't like. So they're going to be hating on the situation because you supporting it and be like, man, why are you supporting that? He ain't no good, or she ain't no good, or he ain't doing this, she ain't doing that, whatever, and yada, yada. And they be like, man, give that up, you got to throw that out. You got to get rid of that. No. When you supporting, you got to support who and what you like and what you love and do you. And you pretty much got to say, forget the rest. Do you and support in your own way. That's all there is to it. I did some supporting this week. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna get into big detail. I ain't have much, but I did what I could. But I supported some other people. Some things. I do what I can. And I want to say I got some big things coming up on supporting. Where I'm fixing to be supporting the Red Cross. Somebody supposed to be calling me back, but if that doesn't work out, and I can't get things to pan out, I'll find another organization that I can donate to and support. Because I had a recent picture that I drew. And I don't claim to be a real big artist, but once in a while I get in the mood to draw a little something, and I draw it up. I don't have it handy right here, and really don't feel like getting up to go and get some things, but I may show it off in the next video or something, before I do things, and, talk about that, how things are going to go, because I got in the mood to draw a skyline. So I drew a nice freehand skyline of Chicago. If people know about that, the Diamond Building, Sears Tower, what have you, and I did it all freehand with a pen and shaded it in with the pen, I didn't sit there and just, break out a ruler and get it all right and exactly the specs and everything and measure it out. Didn't need to. But the thing is, I'm fixing to take that and, host like a little auction or, whatever, maybe go to an auction site or some site where I can raise money with that picture and take 50% of what I bring in and donate it to a good cause. Yes, I plan on it. Your boy is a big supporter of a lot of things, And and you think about, stuff like that, supporting others. You think about, when you go out, depending on how often you go out, you go to restaurants like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, maybe you go to Red Robin. Some people like Five Guys or Rallies, Checkers, which Rallies and Checkers is really kind of the same thing. But, even pizza places, you like Hungry Howie's, whatever, JJ's in the Midwest. Some people love that. I can give a shout out to JJ's. Some real good pizza out the Midwest. I recommend anybody to try it out and support JJ's. Man, you gotta watch out who and what you support there too. Because, you never know. But the thing is, I tell you flat out, a lot of times, the best way to support someone else is by the word of mouth. Listen to what other people are saying, and kind of feel it out. Of course, you still gonna weigh things out in your mind and think about it, and make sure it's a good cause to be supporting to, but still, When you see so many people supporting, so many people doing that thing, it doesn't mean you're gonna like it and you're gonna want to support, but you're gonna at least give it. You're gonna at least give it an option to weigh in your mind. You know, and think about it. You know, you may see 100 people over here that are supporting this new restaurant that came out. You know, everybody going over there, they flocking to it. They say it's real good, it's hot food. You may go over there and see, see what they got going on, and make a decision of whether you want to go in and buy some food and support or not. You know, but but like I was saying, though, yeah, you can get haters when you're supporting something. Because you may be a person that likes to wear Jordans, and somebody be like, "Man, why are you spending $200-300 on a pair of Jordans? That's too much money on a pair of shoes. Why are you supporting? Well, so be it. That's on you. And if people just always going to be negative Nanny, so to speak, as the old saying goes, people talk about negative Nanny and stuff. Excuse me, y'all. But the thing is, you don't need them in your life. You don't need negative in your life. You support who you're going to support. You do what you're going to do, and you do what you like, I could also say real quick, it's just like, cars, vehicles, trucks, Some people like Ford, some people like Dodge, some people like Chevrolet, which I'm more kind of a Chevrolet kind of guy. But it doesn't mean I won't weigh my options out and try something else. See what else is out there. Excuse me. Gotta wake up that sweet tea though. But the thing is, you could also get haters out of it. Somebody be like, "Man, why you buy that Chevrolet over there? That ain't no good, You got to do what you feel. Test it out. Test drive it, Do what you got to do to weigh the options out on the situation and see if it's something you really want to buy and you really want to invest your money in and support on. Because that's the thing, Always make sure you know where your money's going when you invest and you supporting something. Don't just be investing and supporting to be investing and supporting because everybody else is doing it and then become a bandwagon supporter. Jump on a bandwagon and support because everybody else doing it. It's just like, I want to say, before I get into something real quick, I'm not hating on Nike one bit when I say this. I'm really not. But I remember a time back in the 90s, mid going on into the late 90s, and part of the early 2000s, all you seen was people wearing Nikes. Everybody was supporting the Nikes. And I'm not knocking the Nikes or hating on them because I like Nikes. I'll tell you that flat out. I think they're a decent, comfortable shoe, and I've owned quite a few pairs of Nikes. And one pair I spent a high dollar on. And you're probably thinking, what? Oh boy, right here going to spend high dollar on a pair of shoes after he talked about saving $1? Yeah, I done it one time. But I ain't gonna lie, when I spent that high dollar, I was kind of afraid to wear the shoes. Although it sounds funny, but it was. They was white and black. And, white with the black trim and all. And I just really didn't want to get them dirty, didn't want to get them ruined. Didn't want to ruin them. Wanted to keep them up as a good, decent, comfortable pair of shoes that I just wear every once in a while. But I just said, man, heck with it. Wear them. That's what you bought them for. But, the thing is, though, like I was saying about them Nikes, I remember all it took is a few people buying them to wear them and support, and all of a sudden, they just became so popular throughout the 90s that everybody was wearing them, and everybody had to have a pair of Nikes. Not everybody had them. Not everybody could afford them at the time, but there was quite a few people that did have them. Hell, I'll tell you, I remember seeing it one time. It was the beginning. I don't remember what year it was. I could think on it. I probably wouldn't remember for sure. But the thing is, I remember one school year, this dude, he come to school, and he had a fresh, clean cut pair of Nikes. Them boys was clean. They was looking nice, But The thing is, I remember he came into school, he wearing his shoes, and next thing you know, he seemed like maybe 5, 10 other people had the exact same shoe he had and was wearing it. So, what happened? I remember he said something about it, like, man, everybody else got these shoes. Everybody else got the same shoe. I can't wear these. And next thing you know, a day or two later, dude come back into school with a fresh new clean cut pair of Nikes, totally different from the ones he was wearing. Because everybody else was wearing them. And I mean, you had done already spent that money. So I mean, it's like, okay. You know, that's why I feel like you can't always follow a trend. You can't always follow what everybody else is doing. You can't always be a bandwagon supporter. You gotta do you and support what you like and what you like wearing and what you like doing. That's all there is to it, you know. And speaking of things, because it was on my mind just before I came into this video, speaking of supporting others, although I should say, I was going to say they, but I mean, although she may never see this video, I want to give a huge shout out and some support to Jennifer Aniston. And I'm not just doing it because everybody else support. I'm not just doing it because everybody thinks she real hot. You know, all the guys think she's real hot. All the guys love her. All the girls love her. People say she's one of the hottest actresses in a minute. You know, whatever. And I'm not going to say I disagree with any of that. But that's not why I'm doing it. You know, I want to give a big shout out and support and send a happy birthday to the woman. I was about to say to the girl, you know, but that ain't the right phrase to use. But anyway, yeah, I do. I want to give a big shout out and happy birthday to the woman because she just turned 50 years old. I believe it was yesterday. And she went out last night, you know, having a nice party, doing her own thing. People showed up celebrating their support and cool. You know, so be it. But the thing is, the reason I'm throwing that in there is because she turned 50. And I think when people get up there in years and they're still around and able to keep going and doing, yes, that is a good thing. That is a really good, positive thing, you know, when you see people older in their years, 60, 70, 80 years old, whatever, and they're still alive and kicking. I mean, hell, I remember my grandmother made it to 83, and then it was her time. And speaking of the 80s, someone close and special to me, their grandmother just recently had a birthday the other day, and she turned 80 years old. And I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to that woman right there for turning 80. You know, I want to show some love and support right there. You know, which I did show a little love and support. You know, sometimes, you know, you ain't always able to make a contribution with money, so to speak, to show your love and support. But I want to say, you know, it's not always all about giving money. It's not always all about making a contribution. It's not always all about making a donation to support. Sometimes just showing up can be enough to support. Sometimes just showing love can be enough to support. You don't always have to be giving out the money just to support. There's many of ways you can show love and support without always having to give money out there or spend that dollar. I mean, plenty of ways, you know, to help out, you know, to help somebody out. But like I said, you always got to watch out who you help out and who you support. Because, you know, like I said, you know, there's going to be snakes in the supporters, so to speak, you know, ugly, bad people in the supporters, you know. And sometimes, you know, if you think about it, I mean, you really think about it, but not like you got to dwell on it too much. You know, when you go to support someone or support something, that could be like a hater or a spy in disguise. You know, someone come along and they playing it off. You know, they faking it. They oppose it. You know, whatever term y'all call it, whatever term they using nowadays. You know, I'm just speaking from me and my generation and what I know coming up. You know, but I mean, really, they could be a poser in disguise. You know, maybe they acting like they a movie star. Maybe they acting like they a Broadway star, or they acting like they an artist. You know, and they just faking it. They just fronting it, and they ain't really putting one on. You know, they ain't really doing anything positive or doing anything the right way like they say they doing. You know, and you wind up supporting that person, and then come to find out all they doing is profiting and sticking the money in their pocket and getting away with it, and then you feel like you got robbed, you been had, you got, so to speak. You know, and then it's like, man, you know, you be thinking about it, man, I just been had by that snake in the grass over there, you know, so to speak. That's why I say you gotta watch out who and what you support, and make sure you know what you supported. Because I tell you one thing, supporting your boy right here, you can always almost 110% guarantee you supporting something good. And I've got a few people I'm going to reach back like this and remember that, grab your hand, and I'm going to take you and bring you up behind me right along the way with the support, you know, because that's how we do. That's how I do. I remember that kind of stuff, you know, and it ain't always got to be about the money contribution, you know, or the donations. But if I get money contributions and donations through sales and what have you, you know, when I get some shirts, some hats, get some bands out there and stuff, and I know I've been talking about that, but, you know, it takes money to make money, y'all, and I just ain't quite got into some of that stuff yet, but here soon, you know, once I get situated and get settled with some things I'm doing, I'm fixing to dive into that, and I'm going to get some bands and stuff out there for y'all, and get them sold, you know, get myself branded a little bit, so to speak, you know, so y'all can support your boy a little better in a more positive way. You know, and that'll be coming up in some more future videos, you know, here soon. 'Cause I got a lot of big things going on, you know. Fixing to get a new ride, new whip, as some call it, coming up here soon, you know. Gonna be, you know, cruising real smooth, you know, some nice vacations and stuff coming up. Might take y'all, you know, on some trips with me. Get a few, get a few video clips in on some, you know, nice fun vacation time, family, friends, hanging out with special people, what have you, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, I'll let y'all know. And some people that are on this channel, I may be in your area soon. You know, hit me up, we'll hang out, you know, whatever, you know, support each other, you know, go have a good time. So be it. You know, let's make it happen. Let's make it right, you know, let's make 2019 a great year that we support each other. And we support good causes, and we come up strong in 2019. We come up long, hard, and strong. Let's not make it a struggle, y'all. Let's not do that. You know, let's not make 2019 a struggle. You know, let's support each other. Let's make it easy. Let's make it successful, beneficial. You know, where everybody benefiting from it, so to speak. You know, however it's got to be. Let's get it done. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I got some things to get done. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday, you know. Get a little more supporting done this afternoon, maybe, you know, see what's going on with some people, see what's happening, you know, a lot of things going on, get into some things, you know. And, you know, we'll see what's up, and I'll let y'all know what's coming up in new future videos to keep the content coming, you know. And, you know, we'll get things done. Maybe get some new songs in here soon. I've been having some ideas kind of hit me. I've been throwing around in my mind lately, you know. And, I mean, it is what it is, but we'll see what happens, you know. I'm working on some things, you know, but It takes a lot to get things going because it takes money to make money. It takes money to be successful. You know, a lot of people think it's easy to get on that road to success. It's easy to get on that road to victory and just get it done. No, it ain't. And nothing happens overnight. I'm living proof to show y'all that. You know, and then coming up, you know, this summer, a little spring cleaning and stuff like most people do. And coming up soon here. And after that, you know, we got a little special video coming up on something like that, you know, that we're going to be showing off and doing and talking about, you know. Indeed, you know, I want to say kind of like an episode of MTV Cribs, so to speak, you know, because I got some things in the works for y'all on that video. But, anyways, I'm going to get off here, y'all. I'm going to go get some things done, you know. I'm going to get out of here, and we'll get with y'all later. Have a great Sunday. Y'all stay blessed. I'm out of here. Peace.